Hello, my name is Harry Henshaw, and I am back with the video blog here from Enhanced Healing Counseling. Today, I would like to give a brief introduction to what the counseling process that I provide in my practice. I refer to the counseling that I do as transformation. And to explain a little bit about it, I'm going to explain just briefly what the current paradigm in recovery treatment and in the recovery movement in general. First of all, the current paradigm that our recovery operates under says that the disorder is really a disease of the brain. The second presupposition is that individuals are powerless over their disease. Part of the third comment is that people are not responsible and that they do not choose this disorder. The fourth one also says that there is no solution, that once you have this situation, this disease, this condition, it's permanent, it's forever. The philosophy that I provide, and I'm going to explain 10 common beliefs about this transformation that I provide, is that first, this is a disorder of thinking, not a disorder of the brain. As they say, it's a problem of the mind, not of the body. The second one is that we are, as human beings, extremely powerful. Also, we are responsible. We're responsible for everything that we experience. And we also choose everything that we experience. And the fourth one, again, which is different from the common paradigm that is now in place, is that there is a solution that can end addictive behavior forever. So there's 10 sort of principles or components of transformation that I'd like to briefly go over. The first one is I am responsible for all my experiences. Transformation says that we're responsible for everything that we think, believe, say, feel, do, and experience. The second presupposition is that I choose all of my experiences. Choice is a big component in this. We're constantly making choices. And through doing the work, we can learn how to make better choices. The third presupposition or component principle is that I have the power to transform my experiences in life. We always have had the power. We never are able to give it up. Even when we think so, we still have our power to make a difference in our life, to change our life. The fourth component is that my thoughts create my experiences. Like many components in psychotherapy, cognition is extremely important. It's our thinking that creates our feelings, that dictates our behavior, which structures our experiences. So everything starts with our thinking. The fifth component is that my word is very powerful and transform. When I talk, when I say things, I'm actually in the process of creating my experiences. I'm creating how I feel, I'm determining how my behavior is going to be, and definitely I'm creating my experiences. The next presupposition or component is that my power is in the present moment. One of the beliefs about this philosophy is that there's really no past and there is no future. The only thing that is absolutely real is our present moment. And when we can live our life in the present moment, we start to access the power that we have. The next component has to do with forgiveness. Forgiveness is extremely important in transformation. Forgiveness restores my power to transform my life. Once I forgive myself, once I forgive other people, I start to move back into the present moment. And in the present moment is where I find my power to transform my life. The next component is commitment. Commitment is extremely important in transformation. To do this work, you really have to be totally committed to transformation, of following suggestions, working with another person, following the steps that are given to you, not so much steps as in the 12-step program, but following the suggestion of a therapist. I always suggest that when you come out of detox, you come out of maybe residential, that you find yourself a therapist, which to me is going to be one of the most important people to help you. And I specifically encourage people to find therapists that are trained in cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, because cognitive behavioral therapy is considered to be one of the best forms of psychotherapy that there is. The next component of this is that self-love is the solution to addictive behavior and mental health problems. The problem is that we have a thought, the thought being, I'm not good enough. And when we think and when we believe that, we put ourselves in harm's way. We self-sabotage ourselves. But when we can transform our thinking, which means change our thinking, and we come to love ourselves exactly as we are now, that is really the solution to addictive behavior and mental health problems. Self-love is also the key to happiness. It's when we start to learn how to love ourselves, we're not depressed anymore, our anxiety leaves, but also our desire to use drugs and alcohol, it just vanishes. So the key to all of it is learning how to love yourself unconditionally. These are the components of transformation. And I'm going to, in the weeks coming up, I'm going to present more information about transformation so that people can learn more about this process. To learn more now, you can go to my website, which is called enhancedhealing.com. And on there's a resource section that has a lot of blog articles that I've written. And it explains the process of transformation in a variety of things, where you can learn more about the process. I also, for those who are dealing with issues of substance use and also mental health, I also provide every morning I provide a support group, a free group therapy session. And it's for 1 hour from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. And anybody can join. You have access to this group by going to my website and clicking on the button that says free support group, and you can enter the group at 7 o'clock, and I'll be the one who will be conducting the group there. So I would like to thank you for taking the time to listen to this blog article or blog presentation, and I hope to be presenting more in the near future. Thank you again, and take care.